Congressman Kevin McCarthy is vacated from his seat as Speaker of the House, and an update on Trump's fraudulent fraud trial in New York, in which the judge issued a gag order on the 45th president. Hello, I'm Mike Huckabee with your October 4th edition of The Breakdown. If you get to the end of the video and find it informative, and I'm convinced that you will, I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel. It's real simple. Hit the subscribe button below, then click the notification bell. We're mighty close to 1 million subscribers on the channel, and since about 70% of the people watching haven't subscribed yet, we'll get there very quickly with your help. First of all, an update on the Representative Matt Gaetz' bid to oust Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Yesterday afternoon, the now former Speaker of the House was vacated from his role, the first time in American history that a House Speaker has been vacated. The reactions are mixed, and the fallout is yet to be fully realized, of course. While some Republicans, like Matt Gaetz and 7 others, are celebrating the result, many Republicans are less than thrilled. Among them, evidently, is Representative Patrick McHenry. Just look at the force of this gavel slam.
Declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
I'd hate to have had my thumb under that gavel right then. President Trump, who endorsed McCarthy for the Speaker role, also expressed annoyance with the infighting. About an hour before the vote took place, Trump posted on Truth Social, "Why is it that Republicans are always fighting among themselves? Why aren't they fighting the radical left Democrats who are destroying our country?" Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? McCarthy doesn't plan to pursue the speakership again. I'm afraid that no one else is going to want to either, but surely somebody will. Now on to our main story. Having attended the first day of the civil fraud trial against him in New York instead of campaigning, which I suspect was the real purpose of the charges, former President Donald Trump also attended day 2 on Tuesday. He said he wasn't required to attend, but he said he wanted to watch this witch hunt for himself. This trial is going to be so convoluted that even Joe Biden's translator will have a hard time making sense of it. First of all, as ridiculous as this trial seems, it could be devastating for Donald Trump if he can't get it overturned on appeal. Reportedly, some on the Trump team have said that more than any of the licentious litigation brought against him, this is the one they're most concerned about. The judge has already found him guilty of wildly overvaluing his properties to lenders, even though Trump has argued, with plenty of justification, that his properties are actually worth far more than Attorney General Letitia James claims they are. Also, all of the contracts had disclaimers on them about the subjective evaluations, and the lenders had a duty to do their own valuations. Even in cases where they thought Trump had overvalued the properties, they gave him the loans anyway, because they knew he would pay them off with interest, and by the way, he did. But the judge already ruled that the fact that nobody was defrauded is somehow not relevant to finding Trump guilty of fraud. The punishment that he's assessed, requiring Trump to liquidate his assets and give up doing business in New York, has been described as a corporate death sentence. Former federal prosecutor Andrew McCarthy, who is no Trump fan, writes about the Kafkaesque insanity of this trial and explains how, despite the fact that Letitia James launched a case that no other prosecutors would touch, the crazy way in which this New York law punishes business people for common practices that aren't even illegal means that Donald Trump could suffer a huge loss and have a hard time getting it reversed. This case has the potential to hamstring Trump's ability to defend himself in the other cases that have been brought against him. It's almost as if this is all part of a very sick plan. Tucker Carlson aptly described this case as a grotesque parody of our system that our ancestors created. And by the way, in case you need the reminder, Letitia James made getting Trump a platform for getting elected as New York Attorney General.
Is fueling my soul right now is Trump.
Will you sue him for us?
Oh, we're going to definitely sue him. We're going to be a real pain in the ass.
I look forward to going into the office of Attorney General every day, suing him, and then going home.
I know my name personally.
On Tuesday afternoon, Judge Ignoran handed down a gag order on Trump after Trump posted a remark about one of the judge's clerks on Truth Social. As reported by Politico, Judge Arthur Engoron addressed Trump as he sat in the courtroom, about 15 feet from the clerk, Allison Greenfield, saying, "This morning, one of the defendants posted to his social media account a disparaging, untrue, and personally identifying post about a member of my staff. He continued, "Consider this a statement to be a gag order forbidding all parties from posting, emailing, or speaking publicly about any of my staff," Engoron said. "Failure to abide by this order will result in serious sanctions." The post, which was quickly deleted at the judge's demand, called the clerk Chuck Schumer's girlfriend and included an image of her with the Senate Majority Leader along with her Instagram profile. As the Associated Press pointed out, the deletion of this post came after Trump and attorneys on both sides met with the judge behind closed doors. You know, if the judge is worried about someone, anyone in the court, being personally identified, maybe, just maybe, he shouldn't be allowing the trial to be broadcast. As it turns out, he seems more than happy to have this trial on video. Oh man, maybe he needs to put a gag order on himself. What a ham. More than likely, he's just looking for a way to stick it to Trump, just like New York Attorney General Letitia James. On a more human level, though, I think that James may have overplayed the Democrats' hand with her repulsive, naked partisanship. In that same video taken before the trial began, you can actually see the Attorney General staring daggers at Trump, showing all the world her undisguised personal hatred and bile and the real motivations for his prosecution. No surprise, considering that she ran for re-election on a promise to get Trump. And she's ignored real criminals while abusing the powers of her office ever since to find something, anything, to charge Trump with. Even people who hate Donald Trump, who believe he must have done something criminal, just have to be looking at this trial and shuddering at the thought that this is what our criminal justice system has been reduced to. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if so, help us get to 1 million subscribers. Push that subscribe button that you see right there at the bottom. Leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments section. Also, be sure to catch Live with Mike this Friday, October 6th. I'll cover more of the news of the week, and you can ask me questions that, well, can range from anything you want. And if you want more of my news analysis and commentary, be sure to sign up for my newsletter. Go to MikeHuckabee.com to do it. You'll get an email twice a day with news of the day, and it's totally free. That's going to do it for this edition of The Breakdown. I'm Mike Huckabee.